Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 4 video. Today we're playing some hardcore domination here on firing range. You'll notice that we're already starting off the gameplay with some crazy cordite sprays and stuff. I started the gameplay a little somewhat into the round because this gameplay is pretty long and I don't want to have such a long video where it's like, Jesus Christ, this thing's come up on 20 minutes. So I started a little bit into the game. I don't think it's too far. I don't really recall. I think it was like right off the beginning, maybe like a life or two. I'm not sure. But the point of the video is, and it will come to fruition here some point in the middle, I'm done with Dark Matter. I actually got this done a little while ago. Now, as I'm recording this video, I'm back in college. I'm not sure if the audio sounds different. It's a little bit more echoey in here. Not as much carpet and more empty walls. So there might be a little bit more of an echo. Hopefully not. I hope I don't get done with this video and the audio is absolute shit. But if it is, I'll record it and you won't even hear this version. Yeah, so this is going to be my conclusion to my road to Dark Matter. I kind of did a few videos on it. I wasn't going to completely flood my channel with, you know, every single gun or every single weapon class. I mean, the weapon class may have been applicable, may not have been that outrageous to do, but honestly, like, I was focused on just getting the shit done because, I mean, I'm a competitive person, not to where it gets toxic or anything, but I like getting it done. And honestly, there's sometimes I'm like, you know what, I want to just work on camos and try to, you know, beat my friends just to say I did. You know, a little bit of bragging rights, a little bit of that competitive nature coming in. So, as I'm recording this video, I think I got done with Dark Matter a few weeks ago now. It's now like January 14th as I record this. It was still, I think it might have been right after the New Year. So about 2 weeks now I've had it done, maybe even 3. I'm not exactly sure when this game was. I could probably look in the. You know what? Let me just look in the recording. Oh, it's not even open. Whatever. Anyways, though, making this video is kind of a conclusion, or I guess the final conclusion, because I had a video like a diet conclusion. I think I was getting the shotgun done. I had just the salvo left, so which is the rocket launcher for anyone that's not really familiar with the game. So this is going to be my like complete final video on Dark Matter, at least, or that as a topic. So I'm going to cover some things today. I'll do the completion time, like how long it took me to get it done, stuff like the hardest weapon classes is what was, you know, what gave me a lot of challenges, what was kind of easy, what did I get done pretty efficiently. I've had some people have issues with the knife. I've been asked how did I get the knife done. Stuff like that. So yeah, I think this might have been, when did I get this one? The 31st, it looks like. Yeah, if not the 31st, soon after. So okay, around the end of December, early January is when I got it done officially, just for really keeping track, because I know no one gives a shit, but me personally, I just like to be clear and not, you know, be talking out my ass. So I guess first thing I'll cover real quick is completion time. I mentioned it in the previous video when I did my kind of diet conclusion. It took me about, I say, a solid month of effort. So full month, 30 days of focused effort. Now, when I say focused effort, I mean while I'm online, I'm going for the camos. Now, to me, that doesn't mean I'm going to sit down, dedicated 12 plus hours a day, and just grind it out. Now, I mentioned in previous videos, you know, I'm 20 years old. I turned 21 later this year. So the video game junkie in me, like, it's still there. Of course, I'm still playing Call of Duty all these years later, way after the prime time of Call of Duty gaming is, in my opinion, faded somewhat substantially. I mean, it's making a little bit of a resurgence. These games, I mean, I like Black Ops 4, so I know some other people that are actually playing the game again. I think that actually might be it right there. That might be the camo. Yep, there it is. Yeah, dude, if you've gotten Dark Matter, if you've achieved Dark Matter, completed the challenges, or if you know what I'm feeling right there, that was complete relief, because I had to wait for, I'll mention this in a second, but I had to wait for the freaking torque to put up shields and wire, so that took me a minute. But when I mean focused effort, I mean more of when you're on the game, you're playing with a purpose. You're not like just running around playing pubs or playing Blackout or Zombies. Like, this is for the people who are like, you know, Dark Matter is important to me. It was important as a challenge, and I like challenges in games. Helps me play them longer and have something to do than just, you know, run around, play pubs, drop 60 some kills, or maybe not. You know, some games I got mad and left, but for the most part, if it was a decent game, it was 60 or some odd kills, probably more, and then that was it. It's like, okay, what's the point of me playing the game? So the Dark Matter was a really fun challenge. It took me about a month of focused effort. I'd say there were a few days here and there where I did really play a lot, but other than that, I mean, I had a vacation in December. I had some other stuff to handle, you know, not super in depth, but there was still other responsibilities. So I would say I had more time than the typical, like, a young adult, or I'd say it has a job. Like, I didn't have a job because I was on break from college. But still nothing ridiculous. I wasn't playing 24-hour streams or doing any kind of G Fuel, Gatorade, Mountain Dew, crazy, 18-hour playtime. So I would say it's very doable if you are have not yet completed it or not even started it. I mean, not starting it, I don't know when you're going to get it done. I mean, it took me a month, so depending on your work schedule, your school schedule, whatever your responsibilities may entail, that's going to be up to that, or those will be a determining factor in how quickly you get it done. Obviously, I think this is mostly common sense, but I know that when I started it, I was trying to get an idea of how long it was going to take. Like, is it worth going forward? I'd rather just, get diamond for the guns I like. 'Cause I did that before. I got diamond for the Titan, or you get it for all the weapons, but I used the Titan, I used the ICR, so I got diamond in both of those classes. And then once I had those done, I'm like, well, shit, I may as well get it all done. So, next thing is the hardest and easiest class, like weapon classes. For me, the hardest weapon class was the snipers. That's just because I don't snipe. I think I'm probably not alone in that sense. In terms of people who don't snipe having some struggles with the sniper rifles. I'm really not sure why. Ooh, look at that spray. The belt-fed cordite is ridiculous. I'm honestly surprised it's still the way it is and it's not been tweaked yet. Yeah, obviously, and at least for what I would think, people that aren't snipers are going to have issues trying to snipe. The Outlaw literally had me almost having cardiac arrest. I swear to God, that thing is awful without aim assist. The SDM honestly was a lot easier than the other ones just because it's semi-automatic, and I just put I left the original scope. I went and played hardcore and used it as like a marksman rifle, and everything in hardcore is a one-hit headshot, so it performed the same, and I actually had some fun with it. It was a different gun, and I had some reactions. Some people were actually surprised I was doing so good with it. The easiest class, I would say, is, in my opinion, is probably the LMGs because there's just so few of them. That might even be a cop-out. Assault rifles are obviously not too bad because you get pretty good accuracy. They're good at close and medium range where you're going to get most of your headshots done. And then a lot of them have decent magazine and decent handling, so you can get your bloodthirsties, all your other challenges. So I'd say the easiest is probably going to be the assault rifles. The marksman rifles weren't too hard either, so I guess really the only one that was actually really gave me any kind of real issues was the sniper class, the sniper rifle weapon class, and then some of the secondaries were a little hard. Like, of course, the knife wasn't super hard for me, but it was obviously more of a challenge playing a whole different way and not having any kind of range. You had literally zero range with the knife. So actually, that's a really good segue to knife help. I've had several people in game and also on YouTube ask me how I got the knife done. They're like, how do you get the bloodthirsties? Mostly in game, because like, I'll have dark matter, and obviously that means you've gotten. I keep saying gotten it. That's right. Yes, that you've completed the camo challenges for the knife. My advice: I played hardcore I still play hardcore. Now that I played it so long for camos, I honestly only enjoy hardcore just because I think it's a lot more reaction time and a lot more map control than core, because you get a little lucky because the guns are pretty slow to kill in this game. For the knife, I went back to core, and I think I played hardpoint and control because in my own stream of consciousness or thought process is, okay, hardpoint you have one single objective, and then control you really have two, but it ends up being one sooner or later. So you know where the people are going to be. If you've played the game any length of time, you know all the map flow, you know the most common routes people take to get to those objectives. And a lot of the time, especially hardpoint and control, people are very distracted with the objective. Control more than hardpoint because the lives matter. So you can end up sneaking around. And I actually played a lot of control. And on this map exactly, firing range, I'd run up here, run down, I'd hop down in the middle, and I get 3 or 4 backstabs. And it honestly got done pretty quick. I really enjoy playing with the knife, but I'd recommend go back to core. Don't try to use the knife in hardcore. You're just going to get melted by every gun. Because almost every gun's a one-shot. I think maybe... Honestly, I don't even know. Like, maybe some of the weak SMGs are 2 bullets. Other than that, you're gonna get melted. So don't do that to yourself. Play core, play objective game mode, and just use some stealth perks. Keep your mobility perks on, like lightweight. I think it's dexterity for mantling quicker, and that's gonna be a huge help when needing to get around and knife people. Next thing is the stats versus camo debate in your head. That's what I had to go through. I'm not a huge stats person. I don't rely on stats to be my I guess my self-worth in this game. I used to really care about stats, and the KD was important, and I determined a lot of people's playing ability and if I wanted to play with them based on their stats, because they used to be a little bit more easy to see. This game, you have to kind of do a little bit more work to find out. I think it was Ghost, like it was all right there in the start screen of the main lobby, so if you had shitty stats, everyone knew about it really quick. What I will say on stats is that I don't personally, they don't matter a whole lot. I mean, of course, I like being able to brag if someone's like, "Hey, what's your KD?" I'm like, "Oh, you're 2.1." It was getting close to 3 there for a while, but I play like a douche. I'd head glitch. I'd hold down sides of the map with a Titan and use all my streaks. So I understand that you can obviously inflate your stats depending on the way you play, and it can be a little douchey. But in terms of dark matter, my KD went down overall. I think 0.4. When I was doing this is because you have to get headshots, so you're going to die a lot more often. You got to use a knife, you got to use rocket launchers, you got to use pistols. And then I played hardcore, I found that was easier, and then I still ended up dying a whole lot because I was playing in a way that wasn't exactly productive in terms of killing the opponent. It was it was more focused on getting headshots, getting weapon camos done. So I'd be playing on a map like this with the SDM. Now this is obviously a close range SMG map, maybe assault rifle, and I'm using a marksman rifle. I know the SDM's a sniper rifle, but I'm using weapons that are not suited for this kind of engagement to try to get camos done. So that's where the stats are going to take a hit. So if you do want to go for dark matter and you haven't started yet, that is a takeoff or a I guess a con you're going to have to consider is if you really do care about stats or the way that the games play out and you really want to play just to win, you're going to have some issues with that, and your stats they're going to go down unless you are a god and you somehow master every weapon. In my own experience, I consider myself I'd say an above average player. Hopefully that's not too cocky to say. I don't know. I think. Even though like I've played a lot and I practiced a lot on the sticks, I still had struggles keeping decent KDs with some of the more alternative weapons, I'll say. And I guess to wrap up here, because I am getting towards the end of this gameplay, is it worth it? Is all this work worth it? All these guns, all these camos, all the hours of going for headshots, rocket launchers, knife shit? In my opinion, it is. Although the diamond camo here looks pretty bougie when you have it rainbow and everything going on, I think the dark matter is badass. It's honestly almost a little too bright when you get the kills going because they actually fixed it. If you didn't know, they fixed it so you don't need to go on a kill streak anymore. You just get like I think 30 kills and then the dark matter or the diamond, whatever, is like doing its full like color thing. For dark matter, it gets really bright orange and then it starts to get like kind of crawling off the gun and then it turns purple at the end. So I think it's worth it. I'd recommend you guys go for it. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like down below and good luck on dark matter. Have a good day. Bye.